Good morning, it's Fabio, and euro dollar has pushed down lower with quite some strength after strong NFP numbers on Friday. So a lot of bullish momentum coming back into these dollar pairs, causing euro dollar, Aussie dollar, pound dollar all to push down lower. So are there now shorting opportunities on these pairs? Let's find out. So euro dollar, first of all, here on the daily time frame, what we can very clearly see is that after liquidating this high over here, grabbing the stop losses above it, we saw a lot of slowdown, a lot of consolidation. Then what happened is that the fractal market structure changed. So we saw a push up, we saw a pullback, we saw a push back up, and then we saw a break in towards the downside here. So we've now seen a massive overextended move here on the daily with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now maybe a 7th potential bearish candle here on euro dollar in a row. Now, what we can see here is that overall, if we look at the swing structure on the daily, it is still bullish, right? As we can see, we still have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs and higher lows. However, the thing is that we've now come back in towards a not fresh area of demand. And what you see very often is that when you come in towards these kind of demand zones, which are not fresh, is that the market will then not really react to them as they, for example, did in the past. So what you see, example here, is the first time we react to this area of demand, we see a very strong V-shaped reversal back in towards the highs. Now, the second time we are in, hardly any bullish momentum at all, indicating to me that the overall bullish momentum might have just weakened off. So overall, what I now know is that there is not a lot of demand left here on euro dollar, and overall this daily area of supply is now in control due to the fractal structure flipping bearish. So I'm mainly more interested now in a deeper push from euro dollar in towards the downside. Now, going then in towards the 4 hour, can we identify any potential shorts? So if we look here at the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the overall market structure has flipped bearish, right? So at the moment, this is your swing high, this is your swing low, this was your initial break of structure. So this means that overall, we have now seen a BOS in towards the downside. We've seen a very strong overextended move. So it would make sense for euro dollar to potentially pull back a little bit more, and then for us to look for some potential shorts. Now, overall, we have these descending highs here with a lot of liquidity resting above them. Do we need to take those out first before, for example, dropping down lower? No, we do not, because if the momentum is really there on euro dollar, it could just keep on falling and falling. So at the moment, I'm sitting more on the sideline when it comes to euro dollar. I'm waiting for the pair to choose its hand. Are we going to see another swipe in towards the downside and then, for example, the pullback start, or are we already gonna start pulling back now here on the 4 hour and take out those liquidity highs? That is the next question. Now, on the 4 hour, the thing that I love doing is that when you get these strong pushes is that we focus on fractal structure. At the moment, your fractal structure is this is your fractal high and this is your fractal low. So we are still bearish on fractal structure. Therefore, I'm not really interested yet in just trading off, for example, a 50-minute demand zone to go long. No, what I'm waiting for is a 4 hour swipe. So 4 hour push down, break of the fractal low, this becomes your fractal high, and then if we break that, then we go long and we aim to take out these equal highs over here. Okay, so that for me is the game plan on euro dollar. Not being too overly aggressive on the pair for now, just waiting my shot. So going into the dollar index, does that match with what we're looking for? Well, if we go into the dollar index, we can see that we've hit that area of supply, guys. So with NFP, the market pushed up higher and has now hit our area of supply over here. So obviously the market could push down from here, but it is not a must. What I am more interested in is even this higher area of supply over here. But who knows, potentially we could see a short-term bearish movement back down in towards the overall order flow, so in towards this overall sell before that strong buy in towards the upside, get some more demand, and then continue our route up higher, or we just keep on trickling up higher to grab liquidity above this high. That is what we're going to see in the upcoming days. For now, what I need to see and what I need to understand is, okay, are we going to push down lower? Then focus mainly on what the 1 hour time frame is doing. Is the 1 hour going to start breaking these lows here and start a downtrend? Yeah, then we could potentially grab liquidity underneath here, come in towards that 4 hour area of demand, and then, for example, continue our road up higher. But otherwise, yeah, we could just start trickling or continue to trickle up higher and higher. Therefore, again, not looking too much at that, because there are far more interesting pairs on our radar. So the daily here on AUDUSD has flipped fractal bearish in the sense that if we just focus on the individual candlesticks, again, we have now broken this black line. So this black line over here is the line that broke this high. So to me, this just simply means that we've now seen a break of fractal structure. So it would make sense to look for shorts if we are at good value. So looking for potential pullbacks, so then you pull the trigger on a potential short in towards the downside. So focusing mainly here on the 4-hour order flow, looking to see what we can grab. Overall here we have the 4-hour break, the 4-hour break, the 4-hour break. So this is now obviously your area of supply. Again, I'm not really interested in just randomly longing from here. I really want to see some more momentum kick in. We still have this liquidity low open, so what I would actually even prefer here in Aussie dollar is a long from this area of demand. That would be far higher probability for myself. One more swipe in towards the downside, for example, then a 4-hour fractal shift, then look for a short-term long before then, for example, shorting once again. So more interested in those kind of setups, not really doing anything just yet here at the moment. If we push up higher, then we just let it push up higher and we look for shorts upon bearish confirmation. If it pushes down lower, then we do have potential longs on our hands, very, very soon. Going into pound dollar, what is happening over there? So overall on pound dollar, a sell in towards the downside. We are now inside fresh daily demand. So this is now your demand zone over here. So what you could look for is a potential pullback in towards the upside. However, momentum is still extremely bearish, but pound dollar is more interesting than these other dollar pairs because it has done one thing that I like a lot. So this is overall your 4-hour impulse up. So you could still argue that pound dollar is bullish and it would make sense to now look for longs. However, overall momentum is still bearish in towards the downside, right? So what you see is a fractal break on the 4-hour, a fractal break on the 4-hour, again a fractal break on the 4-hour. However, as opposed to, for example, euro dollar or for example Aussie dollar, the fractal high is a lot closer. It is already here. So if we break this high, then I would look for a long to, for example, grab liquidity above this fake area of supply. Why is this fake supply? Because there's no liquidity in that push down. So therefore, I expect this move itself to get liquidated. So looking for something like that if we can break this high, because for now we're just stuck inside this supply zone. Okay, so we really need some momentum to kick in and for us to break through the supply and to break that order flow to get more confirmation for those potential longs. Going into Kiwi dollar next, and then of course gold. So Kiwi dollar, a lot of bearish momentum, actually the most momentum of pretty much all of these pairs. I would not be surprised if we start pushing in towards this demand zone. We still have a lot of liquidity resting underneath this V-shaped reversal low, so no fresh demand zones as well over here, so expecting this low to get run. So yeah, looking for those shorts to kick in on NZDUSD, but then for those shorts, what do we need? We need some more structure to develop. Again, it would be a little bit higher probability if we see some form of a pullback and then again momentum kick in. It doesn't need to be a pullback all the way in towards this supply zone because that is just the perfect scenario. No, what I would be happy with is, for example, already in towards these imbalance candles over here, for example, pullback, and then again 4-hour momentum to kick in or 1-hour momentum to kick in to look for those potential shorts. If it already goes, it will already go, but I'm interested in shorts just from a little bit of a higher level at the moment. Going in towards gold, so we took a beautiful long last week on Friday. The long was taken underneath this liquidity low over here for around a 1 to 3 risk to reward. It actually made us pass another phase 2 of a funded account. So yeah, beautiful long over there. Overall, very simple setup, to be honest. Just break of structure down, break of structure down, break of structure up, bullish. So we were interested in longs. For now, you can see it's been consolidating very heavily. Therefore, am I interested in gold? No, I am not. I'm more interested in looking at those pound dollar trades because pound dollar could actually also just be a short, guys. Do not forget that. Pound dollar could also just be a short from this area of supply, if we see that 1-hour momentum kick in. You can see that we already liquidated last night the Asian high over here, or not the Asian high because this is your Asian high, but we liquidated the high of the range over here, and after that we are now reacting to this supply zone. So if momentum does really kick in, we could already start looking for those shorts in towards the downside. It is just not extremely high probability because this is kind of like a fake supply zone, again just a news push down without any liquidity in the move. Then 9 out of 10 times or 8 out of 10 times you'll see the high itself get liquidated. But again, the dollar is strong, guys, fundamentally seen with strong NFP numbers. pretty much a lot more information, which I'll share inside Discord as well, is relevant for that bias. So I'll share that inside Discord. Thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video and in today's live stream on the YouTube over here. Thanks.